Wave like a
Roger that. So, am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So we're gonna. You said we're down spooling this to re-spool it. Are we putting more braid on there? Correct.
right.
Are we going with the same color, or because I still have red and 80? Or do you want to go with the different color, so that way you know the yardage?
Right. What do you have in a different color?
Do you want 80 pound or 100 pound?
80.
80. I have dark green. I've got pink. I have
Orange or yellow?
I got yellow in 100 pound, but not in 80 pound. Orange, I don't have anything in 80 pound right now. I have white in 100. And actually, for that reel, at that, if I add 100 to there, you still would get like 150, 200 yards at that point.
Yeah.
Like 100 pound.
Let's go with the red. Yeah.
Red?
That's all you had, yeah. Hopefully change color, but no. I want to stay with the 80.
Oh, you want to stay with 80?
Yeah.
Like I said, I got pink, got white, the dark green.
Let's stay with the red.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one I have on that Vexen rod that I ordered from you. That looks like red looks real good.
It's been a while then.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the line here with the black magic marker. So because I'm going to splice into it to download it, so I can add and check your line. But the reason I'm having to do that is because I'm going red to red. So if I mean, obviously I'm going to find the splice because I'm going to have my fingers on it, but it just makes it a little easier for me to find it, you know.
Got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call the whole team.
I'm going to cut that off because it's twisted. Like,
Yeah, I had a 6-bit socket broke off.
man, you can see how bad it's slipping on there.
Huh?
How I know it's slipping, if you want to step this way, I'll show you. Check up. You see the spool housing, and you see the line level to the spool, right? Watch, it's gonna blow up. Watch. You see that? How it got real high in that one spot, but it's not like that on the other side of the spool.
Right.
And then see how it gets real low on that side? Yeah. And then over here at the corner, it got real high in one little area. See it come up right there? Yeah. It makes it look like water instead of being nice and flush like that. Yeah. So we'll fix that. No worries. But yeah, no, I'm on that decel. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we need water. I know we need industry. But at the same time, when industry ain't taking care of us, like, you know, paying their portion of the taxes, paying a decent amount for the amount of water that they're using. Like, they were paying the same amount of price that they paid for water 30 years ago. And then they're upset that we had to finally like raise the prices on them. So they took us to court on that, and they took us to court for the taxes. And obviously that's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor, you know. They keep taking and taking, and the rest of us, when whatever they don't pay in taxes, we end up having to pay. Yep, not good.
Yeah, I saw they're rebuilding Bobble Hall Pier again, so
Yes,
they're gonna
sir.
rebuild it back the same way.
No, they're doing some upgrades to it. So I'm trying to get to those meetings too, because from what I heard, they're gonna limit, like, they're gonna put a limit on what type of rods you can bring as per age of a child. Like, I don't know what the limits are, what they're trying to impose, but I just heard they're trying to do that, and I take offense to that because as a young fisherman with my kids, that's all the only gear I've ever had. So that's all they know is heavy gear.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell me that now I can't take the gear just because they feel that they're not the right age to handle my fishing rods? Like, who are you? Like, when have you been in my fishing career to tell me, to help guide my kids on fishing? So, yeah, so I need to find out and figure out what's going on with that too, because obviously this is one of the biggest issues we've always had.
Yeah, but now they wanted to do it like a party pier and all that stuff before.
But one of the biggest issues I've always ran into with like Bob Hall Pier and stuff like that is the guys and gals that show up over there are 90% retired. They live right there in the island, so they're basically trying to make a tourist. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I knew there was something wrong with it.
Yeah, we knew. You knew, without a doubt. But I'm glad you're fixing it now. Okay, do a little quick video. All right, guys. When you're watching other people's channels and they're giving you knowledge on how to properly do things, pay attention to their spool. If you see that wave effect while they're out there fishing, they're not paying attention to their fishing. So that just gives you a little insight, guys. I mean, I know they catch big fish and this and that, but they're missing out on a lot. Got the mono. Okay. And you got heavy mono too, which is good. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Ouch. There we go. Get that in there. All right. Let's see. Had to drill a while, huh? Mm-hmm. What's your biggest catch on it so far? What's your biggest catch on it?
On this one here?
Yeah.
Caught that rooster, that Sierra, and that Jack Bell down in Cabos.
So you got impressive catches on it. So one day I'll get out there and get me a rooster. One day.
Like I said, I'm going next week.
That is awesome.
I'm
That
sure I'll get all
is.
this done.
Alright. Let's see. So yesterday, had a soldier come by, and I was gonna do his reel, and I was talking to him about the knot and this and that, because he had just found us and wanted me to spool up his reel, and that I couldn't get to it till actually he was on his way back, or when he came back, and he's like, I heard you say earlier that you don't use tape or mono to tie your braid to your spool. I said, no. I said, he's like, well, I talked to some people and they were saying that you have to have braid and mono. I said, you have to have it when you don't know how to tie a knot to the spool. And I was like, let me show you what I mean. And I started showing him everything here, and I tied it backwards. Oh. And I was like, man, I said, he goes, well, you were kind of talking to me, so I can. I said, okay, but this is good, because if you do this knot, this is how you test it. And if it does this, that means it's wrong. You take it off, and then you redo it, and I'll show you how to. And I did all of that, which I caught that on film and stuff like that. So,
a good learning experience.
No, it's great. It's a great learning experience, and I'm glad it happens, because it shows how even I can make mistakes. But if you have that checks and balances of checking over your work, you're going to find that you made the mistake. So, yeah. So I'm totally okay with that. Let's see. Do me a favor, boss? Real quick. Put your fingers like this and just slide down the line. Did you feel it? Right up in there, right?
On here, I think.
Yeah, right up in there. That's what stopped me. But I'm looking through it and I don't see like any line hanging out. Sometimes what ends up happening, yeah, that's what it was. Sometimes the machine, as it's weaving or whatever, they stop and then they restart or whatever, but
you get dust and stuff like that.
yeah, something, and then they pull it out because they have a machine that has an infrared sensor to come over the line, so they actually check through it, and if they find it, they pull that out of there, and it creates a little section like this. But I don't see or feel any like anything I should be concerned about. But again, too, when it came through my hand, it felt like a speed bump that I ran over it, so I had to stop and check. But no, they're good. But I show people that because so they can understand. They're like, "How is he really feeling it?" But when you feel it in slow motion, I just feel a little faster over here. So, how you doing, guys? Is there anything I can help you with?
Albert,
Yes.
Pickup rod for Jesse Garza.
Jesse Garza.
Yeah, it was a pickup rod.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's yours?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go in
Well,
5 minutes.
we're gonna end up putting your name on it and stuff like that, but you were saying that y'all were wanting to go fishing, so it's like, we'll pick it up, and then after that, come back, drop it off, and we can get that done for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for meeting.
Roger that. Y'all have a good one.
You too, man.
Still dealing with the Vector loans?
No. They sold. They got bought out by another company, and the new company, they had the 9-footers, the solid one pieces. But after they sold out of them, they stopped bringing them back because the cost of shipping a 9-foot rod, a lot of people didn't want to pay, so they stopped making them for us. So now I'm going to go direct to the manufacturer of those blanks and bring them in, but I also have to buy 100 at a time. Not cheap. Not cheap.
So I got there's another one.
We'll be getting there here pretty soon. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm at 347 yards right now. 345 because it sucked up a little bit. But I'm not going to reset the line counter, but I have to get this on because that's where I added on my braid. So that way I can have a count of how much to charge you for the additional braid. But and you're still going to be casting this one, correct? Okay, so I got to stop there. 533 yards.
33.
Yeah. There we go. 533. Nice and level. God, that looks pretty on there in that red and blue.
Mm-hmm.